The key to effective giving is to stay open to receiving. That's law number 5 from The Go-Giver by Bob Burg and John David Mann. I've had a whole bunch of fun this week running through these 5 laws of stratospheric success that have truly changed my business trajectory forever. They've also changed my life. I'll give you an example of the law of receptivity in action. Many of you know that I used to be homeless. And as a homeless guy once, I remember I was looking in an empty lot, a vacant lot, for a cigarette. Well, to be more accurate, I was looking for a cigarette butt that I would be able to pick up and smoke a little bit of to take care of my nicotine habit. And I had my head down and I was searching through the cracks, looking for any hint of a cigarette butt or maybe a nickel or a dime. And somebody was starting to talk to me off in the distance. And I looked up and I saw them talking to me. They made eye contact with me as best they could. I didn't make very good eye contact back then. And they were saying something across the lot. And I said, "You got a smoke?" And they said, "No, I don't have a smoke." And then I said, "Okay, well then F off." And I went back to searching in the cracks for a cigarette. And I looked and I looked and I looked. And I found a cigarette butt and I smoked it. And I walked over to my buddy and we were ready to move on and look in another field of dreams for cigarette butts. And I asked my buddy, "What did that guy want?" And he said, "Well, he got mad at you and left, but he said you looked hungry and he was just trying to give you $20 so you could go grab something to eat." But I was so busy looking for what I wanted that I wasn't open to receiving. Now, in these days, I didn't practice any of the 5 laws, so it's a funny example to use, but I just want to prove a point that sometimes the very thing that we want that could make all the difference for me, and believe me, $20 would have made all the difference for me that day. Sometimes that thing is just around the corner. Sometimes that thing is being offered to us, but we must be ready to receive. We must be open to receive. And so the key to effective giving is to remain open to receiving. Because indeed, giving and receiving are, as Bob says, 2 sides of the same coin. So make sure that you're open to receiving. Make sure that you're confident that you're worthy, that you believe that you deserve to receive. And then stay open to receive. And sometimes staying open means being still and quiet and attentive and listening to our soul, listening to our spirit, and paying attention to what we already have. Because also, often, what we want so badly to receive, we have. We just need to give it to ourselves. Self-acceptance would be a great example. Confidence would be another example. So many gifts that we want, self-worth, are gifts that only we can give ourselves. But from the outside, in a more traditional sense, the law of receptivity is about staying open to receive. So stay open to receive.